main reason we're doing this festival is because we want to raise awareness of birds and bird conservation in this area. The Niagara River Strait is one of the most important bird areas in the entire planet. In fact, it's a globally significant, important bird area. We have birds here in the summertime that nest, that winter in the Amazon. We have birds in the winter that come down here from the Arctic to spend their winter. This is like the Miami for birds because of open water and food and entertainment. It's a very social place. They go to the Arctic. And so the birds that come here come from the Arctic, come from the Amazon basin, and they depend on us. And that's why this is a globally significant, important bird area. We want to raise the awareness of that, let you know more about how important these birds are and how special they are and spectacular they are in the wintertime. Right now, many of the waterfowl, for instance, are in breeding plumage and getting ready to mate as they move north to their Arctic breeding areas. Valentine's Day theme, the Valentine's theme, is about the fact that many of these birds are now in breeding plumage, and you know, they're fun to watch, and it's romantic. So we're here on Buffalo's Outer Harbor. Let's talk about the IBA, the globally significant IBA. What is that?
Well, it's a designation, an international designation for places that support a lot of bird diversity. The Niagara River has the designation mostly because of the winter congregations of waterfowl, ducks, and gulls. And so that designation, it shares with places like the Everglades and Yellowstone, you know, these really well-known, internationally recognized habitats, tourist attractions. And the Niagara River has the same designation because of its bird diversity.
So we're on Buffalo's Outer Harbor, and what kind of things can we expect to see on the water, both on the Outer Harbor and throughout the Niagara River?
So during the winter, the Outer Harbor and the Niagara River support a lot of, like I said, winter waterfowl and gulls. So you'll see large rafts of scaup, of canvasback, of redhead. You'll get a lot of, even rare birds in certain places like harlequin duck. You don't get those in a lot of places in the Northeast at this time of the year. The gulls are great if you go to the falls or the Power Vista near Niagara Falls. You'll get Iceland gulls and glaucus gulls and greater blackback and herring and ringbill, but also lesser blackback and little gulls and black-headed gulls, which are all sort of European gulls. On the Outer Harbor, a lot of places along the Outer Harbor, you get things like snowy owls, which each year the populations will come down here a little different, but some years you get a lot of snowy owls, and it's really fun to watch. I've been birding in the Niagara River most of my life. The winter is actually a really good time to come out here and bird if you can brave the cold weather and the wind.
Sometimes I'm asked, like, why do birds matter? And I have a lot of reasons why I think birds matter, but they don't need to justify their existence to us. They definitely do need our help. They need us to just kind of stop ruining the world they live in, But they need our help to keep their habitats and keep this world livable for them and us. In the wintertime, I'm most excited about finding gulls because we don't have any of those in the summer. We just have ringbill gulls. But when the flocks of blown apart skulls are here, that's exciting to me. Sometimes in those flocks we can find black-legged kittiwags, little gulls, Iceland gulls, glaucous gulls. We'd be really lucky and find a slaty-backed gull. If you think of all these ducks that come to the Great Lakes in the wintertime, as it gets colder and those lakes start to freeze, they all end up here in the Niagara River, which doesn't freeze. A lot of the Niagara River is shallow, so the diving ducks can go down and find food. The water's always moving, so it doesn't freeze. It's safe for them here. They don't have a lot of predators.
So this time of the year, they're pretty spectacular looking, not only because of the concentrations, but some of them are in breeding plumage. So let's talk about that a little bit and talk about why there's a Valentine's Day theme.
Right, well this is the time of the year they're all pairing up and finding their mates. They look their best. They have the males have their brightest colors. They're doing their courtship display. They're chasing each other around, trying to drive off other males, rivals, trying to impress the females. So they are interesting and fun to watch this time of year.
Why is the Greenway involved with this festival?
The mission of the Greenway is to give the community back their waterfront and provide infrastructure which makes it attractive to spend time moving along the waterfront, whether by foot or bicycle or parking your car or going for a walk. What the Greenway doesn't do is create the programming. We want the community to come up with the programming they want, and obviously that takes strong partners in the community who can knowledgeably build those programs. So the work that's being done at Tiff Farm, at Times Beach, by champions like Jay Burney, the Buffalo Audubon Society, is what we're honoring with this festival, is the opportunity to bring the community out and learn from the experts why the birds of winter in Niagara are so important.
See, I had to ruin it by mentioning my name.
I know.
All right,
I know.
so
Couldn't resist.
let's talk about why it's important to have the partners that we have, international also.
So to bring together an organization like this, we want to reach into all areas of the community where people are interested in birds. And whenever we think about a natural event, an ecological appreciation of the wildlife that's here, we can't do that without thinking about Canada. To them, it's one river with two borders, and we want to make sure we include our Canadian friends in all the things we do. We've had tremendous interest this year from the Canadian nature clubs and the Niagara parks in Ontario, who are actively engaged in sharing the event with us on Saturday, the 15th of February.